Hello everyone, SunsandDuck2, welcome to another Fabric related video, but this time on a legacy version of Fabric. Now, most of these things are not exactly probably either finished or readily available or something like that. You could try some of them out, like there's craft presents for 189, there's sort of an item cheating in, sort of recipe viewing sort of mod that's still fairly early on. Certain stuff like an old breaking animation, I think, type of one. I can't quite remember. And then there's other stuff like Chroma HUD, but on Fabric in a way. So yeah, I thought I'd just take a look at these just to see how they work. I may or may not put stuff in the description or so. They are quite easy to see with the URL, of course. But yeah, I thought I'd just take a look at something just to see in that how it's going so far, out of curiosity. I'm not expecting like the most, amazing stuff to come out of it immediately, because obviously it's still fairly early-ish, I assume. Like, it's ready, but it obviously depends on the version that they've been working on. And yeah, don't expect like Forge stuff to be ported over to this or certain other bits and pieces. I'm just sort of showing in that some of the interesting stuff they've already come up with, that I just thought I'd show, that you can sort of find. So yeah, but specifically we're focusing on 189 here with some mods. There is some things like for alphas and betas and 112.2 and other bits and pieces, but as far as I can tell, for those that are already sort of accessible either in CurseForge or certain GitHub pages, you've got mostly a focus on 189. So there is a few here. I haven't gotten certain things working though. Surely enough items you can see already works. The animation I haven't tested yet. Fabric Discord link is available. Craft presents, and then obviously Chroma HUD. So this is what surely enough items is like, which is like voxel get or too many items and such. So you pretty much just got something that you can select stacks for. You can't select multiple sort of individual ones or anything like that. There's no putting it back into the menu to get rid of it. There's no arrows, but you can use the arrow keys to cycle through pages, which is interesting. You can obviously present it like so, and it'll still calculate correctly of how many pages, and sort of, present itself on the side like so, depending on what the window size is. So that's still pretty early on, but it does have obviously, the ability to actually still interact with things, have it display, go between different pages and such. It's still early, but even for an alpha, it's still pretty good for what you can do. Obviously, more features will come eventually in the future, such as the following that's planned, but yeah, definitely can still do quite a bit, even for being the current alpha state it is, and I haven't had it crash with it on itself being installed, so it works perfectly fine on its own. We go out, for example, and we'll just say try and load up. I think craft presents works, but I don't know if surely enough items works with that installed, but we'll just see. I'm mostly just doing this as like an experimentation thing of going what currently works, what doesn't, showing what is available, and so on. But yeah, again, don't expect anything crazy. But yeah, so we'll go in now. We'll see what happens, because I have tested this and it does actually show what's menu and such, so you can obviously access all the things you typically would in craft presents, but obviously in a different instance or fabric sort of situation. So that works fine. That works fine perfectly. Okay. So we go in and out. So that's pretty much how you'd expect. The breaking animation I haven't tested too much, but I think it's either that or Chroma HUD, which surely enough items crashes with. And I wasn't sure if many of these would actually be compatible, like say some of the others are kind of outdated if they updated the 189 fabric sort of environment somewhat, but they all seem to work, I'm pretty sure, in their own way. It's just obviously what's been developed for it. Yep, so that works perfectly fine. So if we just try here, I don't know that much about the old braking animation in comparison, but for those who are familiar with it can probably tell. So just try, I guess, on a log or something. Even in comparison, I guess. So there's that. I keep thinking to put it in the menu and I can't. Otherwise, we'll try without it. We'll get Chroma HUD installed because the game crashes when you do it. I'll just sort of show that real quick since it loads up immediately because of a few mods and everything already being pretty ready. From the moment I click it, isn't too bad. Yep, it's already ready. It's not that much to load up, so it's fine. So we'll just do this, and the moment I access my inventory, it'll crash. No? Okay, so it's working now. I don't know what was happening before. And I could never get them working prior to that. That is interesting. Okay, I'll have to go to the logs. I'm using exactly the same word as well. Interesting. Okay, GY, such and such. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad now then. Okay, apparently it wants to work. Interesting. From experimenting there. Okay, so we just get, say, because I have to use the arrow keys, I can't use much else. Just cheating some armor. And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to display unless I'm missing something. I'm not exactly the most well aware of how chroma armor works, so we'll have to look at this just to be sure. I think that's how it's presented. Chroma's there. Let's see. I'm assuming it's the opposite in terms of what's presented in the file then. I'm assuming I have the right one. Because there's that, but then in the screenshots it's like on the side, or above there. So I don't know I'm actually missing with that, unless there's some settings I can take a look at, but there probably isn't. Is there controls? Probably not. No, everything seems to be the same there. There's no menu. Well, I should check configs. I don't think there is going to be any configs yet, but there's craft presence, but that's about it. There's no config logic either. No. Oh well. Display config, I guess. Enable elements. That's about it. So yeah, even though I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be presented, obviously you can see the showcasing of what they've been trying to work out. I think it's supposed to be like that, unless it's a completely different mod, I'm not sure. The old breaking animation we've seen there, OptiFabric possibly, Chroma HUD, presenting something like that I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far in terms of what's been possible. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to experiment with these, I guess yourself, pretty much just go in with pretty much, you know, expectations of testing it, not going, oh, okay, there's a lot here or something, because that's clearly not the case. It's just, there's a few things available. I thought I'd take a look, and you've got an working 189 instance that works pretty good. I haven't had it crash other than just trying to move the mods in and out, so it's been perfectly fine. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.